Hello and welcome to the HR Kyle podcast, the ultimate resource for HR insights and guidance that will empower both seasoned business professionals and eager job seekers. I'm HR Kyle, your host. I'm excited to embark on this journey with you. In each episode, we'll delve into the intricacies of HR management, uncovering strategies that can transform the way you approach talent acquisition, employee engagement, and workplace dynamics. Whether you're a seasoned HR pro navigating the ever-evolving landscape of human resources or a job seeker striving to land your dream position, this podcast is your compass. Our mission is simple: to provide you with actionable knowledge, expert interviews, and inspiring stories that will help you thrive in the world of HR. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to take your HR game to the next level. Welcome to the HR Kyle podcast, where HR meets success. Hello and welcome to another episode of the HR Kyle podcast. I'm your trusty host, HR Kyle. In this episode, we'll explore the power of marketing techniques and social media for advancing your career. In today's digital age, establishing a strong online presence is crucial for professional success, whether you're an entrepreneur, freelancer, or working for a company. In segment 1, we'll delve into the power of marketing techniques and social media to propel your career forward. In segment 2, we'll carry this theme forward as we welcome a guest who works with individuals and organizations alike on social media marketing. You'll definitely want to hear his story. But before we break down this topic, we need to take a break. But stick around, we'll be right back. Greetings, I'm Kyle Smith, and I'm here to offer you a speaking experience that goes beyond the ordinary. With a rich background in leadership, HR, and personal development, I bring a unique blend of expertise and passion to every presentation. Whether it's Leadership Unleashed, well-being at work, or career mastery, I delve into topics that empower individuals and organizations to reach their fullest potential. What sets me apart? Proven expertise, an engaging delivery style, and actionable insights that drive positive change. But here's the kicker. I don't just offer a one-size-fits-all approach. I customize my content to meet the specific needs and goals of your event. So let's elevate your event together. Contact me now to reserve your date and unlock the full potential of your audience and organization. Don't miss out on the opportunity to inspire greatness. Visit hrkyle.com today. And we're back. I certainly hope you enjoyed that brief break. So let's take a deeper dive into how utilizing marketing techniques, especially social media, can advance your career. Now let's start with marketing techniques. As professionals, we can apply fundamental marketing principles to position ourselves effectively in the market. Now, this includes identifying our target audience, understanding their needs and preferences, and crafting a compelling personal brand. Now, take some time to reflect on your unique skills, experience, and values. What sets you apart from others in your field? Once you have a clear understanding of your personal brand, it's time to showcase it to the world. Social media platforms serve as a powerful tool for amplifying your personal brand. Now, whether it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, or even TikTok, each platform offers unique opportunities to connect with your audience and establish credibility in your industry. But remember, it's not just about self-promotion. Building authentic relationships and providing value to your audience should be at the core of your social media strategy. Share insights, engage in meaningful conversations, and support others in your network. Consistency is the key, especially when it comes to maintaining an active presence on social media. Set aside time each week to create and curate content that aligns with your personal brand and resonates with your audience. Additionally, don't underestimate the power of storytelling. Share your professional journey, successes, and even your failures. Authenticity breeds connection, and by being vulnerable, you'll humanize your brand and attract like-minded individuals. Lastly, don't overlook the importance of leveraging analytics. You can do this to measure your social media efforts. So pay attention to metrics such as engagement, reach, and conversions to refine your strategy and optimize your results over time. And as we wrap up this segment, I encourage you to embrace the opportunities that marketing techniques and social media offer for advancing your career. Remember, it's not just about building a following, but rather building meaningful connections and adding value to the lives of others. So let's take a quick break, let all of that sink in, and we'll be right back.
Are you striving to lead your team to success? Or perhaps you're navigating the complexities of the job market. Introducing The Solution, the HR Kyle YouTube channel. Your go-to source for insightful guidance and practical tips. With short 1 to 2 minute clips, our videos save you time while delivering impactful, usable strategies. From effective leadership techniques to mastering the job application process, access valuable advice in minutes. Don't miss out. Subscribe to the HR Kyle channel on YouTube today.
Hello, fellow professionals. Are you ready to revolutionize your approach to recruiting? I'm HR Kyle, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to my latest book, Recruiting is Easy, now available on Amazon and other online retailers. In today's dynamic HR landscape, it's all about strategic branding and engagement. My book unveils the secrets to crafting exceptional employee experiences, attracting top talent, and fostering strong connections. With Recruiting is Easy, you'll master the art of continuous improvement and adaptability, shaping the future of work one relationship at a time. Get your copy today and unlock the potential of HR as a strategic powerhouse. Remember, recruiting should be easy. I'm HR Kyle, and together, let's redefine recruiting. Look for Recruiting is Easy on Amazon and other book online retailers. Welcome back, loyal listeners, to segment 2 of the HR Kyle podcast. We're going to pick right back up where we left in segment 1 as we welcome our guest, Jaden, to the show. Now, marketing and social media is the theme of the day, and we're going to carry that over to our discussion with Jaden. And he's an expert in this area, having worked with numerous individuals and organizations around the theme of effectively marketing yourself. So, Jaden, welcome to the HR Kyle podcast.
Hello, Kyle. Thank you for having me on your platform, and I'm excited for our conversation today.
Wonderful, Jaden. Again, welcome. We're glad that you're here. Well, Jaden, we always started off with the easiest question of the night, and that is, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jaden Cappy. I am 24 years old. I'm a native New Yorker from Brooklyn, New York. Currently, I run and operate my own business, Relation Agency, RELIATION Agency. We specialize in market research, competitive advantage, qualitative and quantitative research, and many other services.
We're very happy to have you on the show tonight and bring your expertise to this topic. And as I mentioned, and as you just described, your expertise does lie in the marketing, and specifically, you've done a lot of work in social media. Now, this is still an untapped area for a lot of professionals. So how do you use social media to market and promote your professional skills?
Well, it's all about balance. And that's one thing that I do want to emphasize in today's episode, and most importantly, my segment, is the fact that it's about utilizing social media, but also connecting with people one-on-one in reality. And one thing I tell people all the time that may ask about, marketing on social media is you want to be consistent. And consistency doesn't mean just posting every day. It means adding value to your topic or to a conversation. So, for example, we specialize in market research. We look at the fact that a large number of businesses don't do well, or they tend to fail within the first year, 2 years of opening. And we say, well, how can we prevent that? Is it, we thoroughly research the market that you're entering. So if you're entering the finance market, we look at, well, what are things that people need in terms of finance? And just what area can you fill a need in? And I think that's the main thing. It's adding conversation, being consistent, but most importantly, you want to add value to people's lives, but you want people to come and say, hey, I look forward to seeing your post or hearing your perspective on whatever you're discussing.
And Jaden, that's such a fundamental principle of sales and marketing, isn't it? Just looking at where you can add value, and that's how you make your impact. And again, as you shared, whether it's a product that we're talking about, or in this case, we're talking about a person, being able to add that value is where you make a difference and where you really hook people to see you in more of a positive light from a professional standpoint.
Yes, I completely agree with that. Again, you want to add value, and you don't have to look at value as a certain monetary. You want to put, you don't have, sometimes people, we typically tend to put a dollar behind a value, but sometimes people value just, hey, you said something and it was like a light bulb that switched on in my head, and it caused me to have this idea, or it caused me to go down this path. And that's the main thing, is again, you don't want to put a number behind a lot of things that you do, because sometimes your value, it can't be priced. Sometimes it's just, hey, you started a butterfly effect in some shape, form, or fashion.
So, Jaden, how do the various channels, though, differ in how someone can and really should use them to highlight themselves professionally?
Yes, each channel is extremely different. For example, with my company, we're on LinkedIn, Twitter, or X, whatever people feel comfortable calling it, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, Spill, and each channel is different. For LinkedIn, you're gonna come across different professionals across different fields. So you may see somebody in in space that specializes in space, or engineering, or math, or analytics. You're gonna come across different people that will engage with your content on LinkedIn. Whereas Instagram, you may interact with people that may already follow you on your personal page. Facebook is a little bit more tricky, and I'm still figuring Facebook out because I haven't been on Facebook in years. But I think Facebook, it's a lot more visual. And same thing with Twitter. Twitter is a very funny space, because sometimes memes are viral, or sometimes it's a tweet that goes viral. And even Spill, Spill is, it's Spill and Threads are kind of similar. Sometimes a thread could go viral, and it's all about creating your own community. And that's the main thing that I'm still doing, is the fact that I'm building a community of people that are interested in learning how to use market research to fortify their business and continue to grow their business, and make sure their business is sustainable, because the marketplace is ever changing, as we consistently see. So I always think about, well, how can I how can I build a community while I'm on these different platforms? If LinkedIn, it's, hey, I have to post blogs or different content, or just talk about the news, the professional news or business news that's going on, that can get people to say, hey, I'm going to keep an eye on this person, this guy. Even with Twitter, I could talk about startups, and venture capital, and funding, and business and entrepreneurship. I could gain a crowd from that. Instagram and Facebook, videos, TikTok. I forgot to say TikTok videos, keeping people interested. And that's the main thing, is just you want to keep people interested, and you want to know who's your crowd. And that's the main thing, who's your crowd, and how you want to build your community on all these platforms.
Great summary there. And I think the other point to take away from here is this is about controlling the message that's out there. So often, at least early on in social media, individuals posted different things to different platforms and so on, and that helped to form their image. Where now, and especially what you're describing, is it's more about taking control of that image and using the particular platform how it's intended to be used, but certainly to create an image that you desire others to see about you.
Yes, I wrote a blog article and a LinkedIn article, and I discussed, personal branding, and both personal branding and elevator pitches, and both are needed in the digital and the physical space of networking. Because again, like you said, personal branding is all about having control over your identity. And that's the main thing that I've honed in on myself, is the fact that, hey, I run a startup, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about competitive advantage, how your startup or your small business or your medium-sized enterprise can compete against the corporation that may have 50 plus $1 million, or they're worth billions or valued at trillions. It's all about how you have that advantage over them and how you can highlight that advantage. For example, our brand, our personal branding is the fact that we're affordable. We're affordable, and we work with the person that has that business idea, that's a little nervous, and they're not sure about it, but we understand, hey, we're going to work with you. We're going to work with the budget that you have. Then there's the startup, and the startup is like, hey, we have the venture capital. We have this idea. We're ready to go through with it. How can we stay successful, and how can we can see a return, or how can we get more venture capital, or how can we go from venture capital to now we are standing on our own and we're making millions of dollars? Or the mid-sized enterprise that's like, hey, we just reached our first million. Now we want to reach 5 million or 2 million, and then the 5, and then the 10, and then from there. And that's the main thing. It's all about just having the identity and knowing who you are and who you are as a person, if you're just a solo entrepreneur. But as a business, what are things that people think of when they think of your business or your company?
Great explanation. And it leads well, Jaden, into my next question. And that is, what do you notice that professionals do well, and what areas do you see where they really struggle in using social media for professional promotion?
Well, I would say one place that experienced professionals may lack or they may not show up well in is the fact that, some turn away from social media. And and I understand that. It's new. It's still, people are still getting accustomed to it. But I would say you want to at least have a digital presence. Even if you don't run it yourself, you want to at least still keep your ear to it, because there's a lot of information out there, and you can use a lot of the data that is available, or you can just read the comments, because the comments, those that's real time feedback. And some of it you have to take with a grain of salt, because some people, they're playing around, they're trolling, they're joking. But some of it you can actually take, and you can say, well, how can I make my company better? I'm looking at, for example, if you're in the media, you can say, I'm looking at this company, this large media conglomerate's Instagram followers or their Instagram comments, and people don't like their adaptation of a popular film. So how can I make my adaptation of this film better? Or, how can we be better than this company? And we can read through their social media, and we can read their social media. Or how can we adopt a similar social media marketing style, digital marketing style that works for this company, but we add our own flair to it, and we adopt it, and we add our own flair, but we make it us. We make it about us. And I think one place where professionals are doing well in is the fact that, again, some aren't on it, but some are accepting it and they're utilizing it to their best advantage, like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, Threads. They're using it to connect with people, and they're using it to build connections, because it's a lot of talented people in the workforce, and there's a lot of people like myself that have great ideas that are trying to push things forward. You can grant somebody an opportunity just by connecting with them and really just hearing them out, if it be on a podcast or a quick 15-30 minute Zoom call.
No, great advice. And just having that ability to connect with people that possibly you may not otherwise interact with, but social media gives us that tool. And I think the other valuable piece of information that you shared a little bit earlier that I wouldn't want to lose sight of is these platforms also are informative, and they can inform you on activities you may want to be doing professionally, other ways that you can promote yourself, and so on. So not only is it a way for you to get a message out there and to shape that message, but you can also inform your message through social media use as well.
Yes, and again, it's all about how you utilize social media. If you're using social media to inform people, then you're doing a great job. But if you're using social media for other nefarious means, then that's where we're going to disagree. And the main point that I want to hone in on is the fact that it's a lot of information in the world. And that's where my business comes in, is the fact that there's so much information because we're bombarded. We're on our phones, we're on our laptops, we're on our tablets. We get emails, notifications from friends, family, our boss, our coworkers, etc. And then we're seeing different things on the news. Sometimes it's hard to funnel out what you don't want to see, what's triggering, and okay, I didn't need to see that. And that's the main thing, that fact that we have to be conscious of what we're consuming on social media. And again, there's a lot of valuable information out there. For example, there's information out there about free courses in data science, data analytics, or AI, or there's information about learning how to grow food, or how to code video games, or how to talk publicly without being nervous, or tying a tie. It's so much information out there. It's all about doing the research and modeling and getting the algorithm to say, hey, to notice that, hey, I'm interested in this and this and this and this and this, and the algorithm saying, hey, we're going to push this to you on any social media platform that you're on.
Very good points. And again, how to effectively use this tool. That's what we talk about with so many resources that are out there, and certainly social media is no different. Jaden, in the minute that we have remaining, what advice would you offer to someone who wants to use social media more, but just they're not sure where to start, or they just don't have the confidence of what to do to really put their best foot forward?
Well, let me give them two pieces of advice. And this is something that I've learned on my journey as an entrepreneur and as an entrepreneur/business owner. One, it's okay to be nervous, but take that chance, take that risk. It's nothing wrong. Again, there's nothing wrong with being nervous, but you won't know if you try. Two, research the platforms that you're on. If you're looking to go on LinkedIn, research what's the purpose of LinkedIn. If you're looking to go on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, Threads, Spill, any social media platform, research the company, research the users if that data is available, and from there you model your content for the community that you're looking to build on those platforms, and continue to be consistent and go about it in the most ethical way possible.
Great way to end, Jaden. Thank you. And folks, all good things must come to an end, and that's true of this segment as well. I want to thank Jaden for joining us today and sharing his wisdom. Jaden, thank you for taking the time to shine a brighter light on the topic of marketing yourself.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
Well, folks, that also brings an end to this episode. Now remember, an often overlooked yet valuable tool in advancing your professional career is by placing more emphasis on your social media presence. I hope you've learned some effective ways to approach that today. I'm HR Kyle, thanking you for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this episode, please follow us so you don't miss the next edition. But until next time, remember to stay focused, stay grounded, and stay tuned. Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of the HR Kyle podcast. We hope you found our discussion valuable and filled with insights that you can apply in your professional journey. Whether you're a business leader aiming to foster a thriving workplace or a job seeker looking to carve out your own path, remember that HR Kyle is the compass that can guide you towards success. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share it with your network. We're committed to being your trusted source for HR wisdom, and we look forward to having you back with us for our next episode. Remember, in the world of HR and professional growth, there's always room for progress. Be sure to visit our website at hrkyle.com. That's hrkyle.com to learn more about how we can help you meet your business and professional goals. So until next time, this is HR Kyle signing off. Stay motivated, stay informed, and keep reaching for those career goals. Music provided by bensound.com. That's bensound.com.